7 feet tall, glowing red eyes. Stare too deep, you'll surely meet your demise. Spreading his wings and taking off through the skies. There goes the Mothman. Cryptid of fame, they've known his face since 66 in West Virginia's Point Place. You can try, but he won't give up the chase. You can't escape the Mothman. If he's the cryptid you wanna see, go to those igloos of TNT. Bipedal creature of mystery. Might be no proof, but I still believe. And still to this day, the hype won't go away. Forever here to stay. One day I'll find a way to find you, Mothman. 100 miles per hour in the air. Even the bravest souls on earth are too scared. Not a sandhill crane or an owl or a bear. It's undeniably the Mothman. Angel or demon, you make me whole. I think about you and lose control. The only way I can soothe my soul to celebrate at the festival. Hopefully I will find others similarly inclined who can't get him out of their mind. I'm overcome by the oh so fine. The statue stands as firm as a brick. But why's he gotta be so thick? The dark of the night, suddenly I can see a faint red light. As I'm approaching, it takes off in flight. Was that really the... If he's the cryptid you wanna see, go to those igloos of TNT. Bipedal creature of mystery. Might be no proof, but I still believe in a mysterious creature who made me feel brand new. All the cryptos do, all the gist know too. And he's coming for you, yeah, he's coming for you. And there's nothing you can do.
I feel like they worked really hard on this song.
I think you're right about that.
Carolyn Harris was a restaurant owner, and she had a sighting.
Hey there, welcome to Cryptids and Conspiracies. Let me bring on my partners in crime. Well, the first one to be brought on is, you know him, you love him, the furry one, our own living cryptid.
Sir, nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
That's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
Right. Wookiees are known to do that and bring on our own Wookiee Beaver. Welcome to the show, Wookie.
Hello.
Wookie. Oh, there you are. Okay.
I'm
All
over
right,
here.
our favorite man. Yeah, our favorite man from the Scotland, Mr. Cruel Byrat. And remember, if it ain't Scottish,
If it's no Scottish, it's crap!
It is crap.
Byrat.
Hello, everybody.
Hey. All
He's
right.
here. He's
How are
here.
y'all? How are y'all doing? And I see we got Time Prophet in the chat. Hello.
Yes,
Oh,
he's
hey,
in the
hey, hey.
chat.
We're in YouTube
We will
as
catch
well,
up
are
with
we?
that shortly. Let me get everybody on. Mr. Abbey is not presently here. When he comes on,
Yet.
we will introduce him. But right now, I've got the two special guests, the purveyors of that video that you watched just before the credits, and that is the good stuff. So,
Roar. Roar. Jesus Christ.
Roar. Roar.
I forgot about that.
Hey.
How come she doesn't have an intro? Come on now.
well, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. That was for both of them. You know, it just had to be.
It was good.
Yeah. He found his backstop. All right. Awesome. Well, anyway, now the old cryptids, our cannabis and conspiracy shows, we did this before. If you want to find that show, let me go ahead and put it up. All right. It's also in the credits. That's over on Belmont Press Comics channel. We had a good time when we did the show the first time, and that's where this footage is coming from. They went specifically to Point Pleasant for that show. And so basically we're going to watch that footage over here. But if you want to see the original show, it's a really great show. We had a really good time with it. So make sure you check that out. The link is in the banner, and it's also in the description. So, that being said, let's catch up on comments. Evidently, we're having people writing tomes over here. So, let's see.
Yeah. The Shadow Punk is in there.
Let me bring some of them up.
Hey, Shadowpunk.
Shadowpunk's in there
It's a Time Prophet.
too. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, all right. Mr. Good Stuff was in here earlier, saying hello to everybody. This was about an hour and a half earlier. And Adam Kimber was also here. And they had a conversation. I told him to come back at 7, and Mr. Good Stuff said, whatever, I do what I want. So that's encouraging for the show. Anyway, hi, all. All right. And he did not misspell that. If you know him, that is not misspelled. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Mr. Wookiee's there. Mr. Time Prophet. Yeah, so hi all. Hell all. Okay. And that isn't a man in a monkey suit, is it? No, that's not. Okay. All right. Mrs. G. Also thought Mrs. G was talking through that. Yeah, okay. No, she was through the original video when we were playing the original video. So that's from the original show. Once again, check that out. It's on Belmont Press Comics channel. While you're there, check out the Man Cave. It's all good stuff going on over there. He passed me by and kept going, so he's closing in on probably about 700 to 1,000 at this point. Then I heard me. Weird. Yeah, there you go. Shadowpunk, hey. Welcome. Good to see you, man. And I'll donate 50 pence to Cruel so he can turn his lights on. Yeah, but if he turns his lights on, you have plenty to clip on him. That's what you want.
I'm still waiting for the money you said you were going to send last time. What do you think, boys?
It's
Metro
mood lighting.
Golden never changed that line. Probably not. Probably not. I think I got absorbed.
Camera, that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't think Metro
should hire
Golden
me.
Mayors even exist anymore.
They should
Yep.
hire me
Well, there
to
you
do
go.
the
They
walking.
should. They really should. They probably should. Yeah. Hi, Shadow. All right. Okay. All right. We're caught up on comments. We will catch up on the rest of those later on. So So keep commenting. I'll get to you. I'll get to you because evidently Wookie's not going to do anything tonight. So there you go.
What?
Are you
Does he
Wookie?
ever?
You there? Hello?
What the? What?
Greetings?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you
I'm
Are you
muted.
awake?
I-
Okay,
well,
okay,
sort of,
okay.
yes. All right.
Greatest co-host ever.
What, are you
Greatest
on a time
co-host
delay?
ever. Wow.
What? Are you still mad about parkour and
I might be on a
parkour?
time delay.
Oh no.
I might be on a time delay. Oh no. Oh no. I was going to make up a sign. No parkour
What?
tonight, but oh well.
No
Here we go.
parkour? Okay.
No parkour. No parkour. I banned that. I banned that word. Just keep losing T-Bunny's voice sound like it's underwater at times. Sorry guys. Internet is kicking
This is
out on me
internet,
right now.
and drunk
Yeah,
Craig's
it
using the
crackles a
dryer.
bit, yeah.
I thought maybe
Wookie
you
is
were
not
hitting the
just-
bong through talking.
No. Wookie is not just a man in a monkey's actor. Okay. All right. All right. Last
No.
comment, and we'll get into this. Parkour are very talented.
Talented.
So
Yes.
I hear.
Oh
No,
yeah,
personally.
commercial beaver
Okay.
at the pickle park.
All right. So let's get into it.
Anyway,
First video is just the journey to Point Pleasant, and you're going to see hear some like audio oddities, and that's because I had to speed it up. And there's a message as to why. You'll see as we go. Here we go. Yep.
Turn left onto 4th Street, then your destination will be on the left. I'm gonna push it as park.
Believe, yes you can. Believe in the power of the Mothman. Believe, yes you can. Believe in the power of the Mothman. Well, he's 7 feet tall with eyes of red, and if you don't listen to him, you will end up dead. He tried to warn everybody, yes he did, about how they were in danger from a broken bridge. Believe.
Alright, you guys, I was trying to wait for you to get out of the way.
Man, believe, yes you can. Believe in the power of the Mothman. Mothman, I believe in you. Flying round the town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, with your bright red eyes and gigantic wings that make me wanna sing. Believe, yes you can. Believe in.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, there's a crack in the bridge right there.
Yeah. There's a story behind me saying shiny hiney,
I was
shiny
just
hiney,
thinking of-
because they have this tour guide that stands by the statue that approaches you and tells you the story of the Mothman prophecies when you go to look at the statue. And he tells every single person, make sure you get a shot of the shiny hiney. And he kept saying it over and over again. So I said it when we were filming it. It was funny.
Nice.
Yeah, evidently that's a big landmark over there. The hind end of the statue. So make sure
It is truly the only thing it has going for that town. I mean, it's super tiny.
Buns
And
of steel.
that and the museum and that
Mhm.
kind of old hotel was pretty much the only thing. Couple pizza places,
right.
couple of places to
right.
get your hair cut, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll check that out a little bit later. You guys actually did some sites. The
Yes.
few sites that there are.
Yeah.
Did you
But,
say the pube sites?
Oh, stop.
Few.
You leave
The-
Bunny alone. He's having enough difficulties right now.
The few sites there are. I
Okay.
knew this was going to happen.
You knew he was going to derail you any chance he got. but-
I got enough monkeys in this, to deal with. Come on now. Herding the cats. Anyway, But with this show is this unique kind of two-pronged thing about this whole entire situation. You got the cryptid part of it, but you also have the part dealing with the Silver Bridge collapse, which happened later on in the story.
The mystery.
The mystery, right? And so,
mystery.
So I've got a video that kind of like sums up the whole situation. So let me play that right quick. Let me find it right here. Here we go.
Roll it.
So we are supposedly at the TNT.
In the dark nights of 1966, residents of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, reported seeing a creature with glowing red eyes and giant wings. This is the story of the Mothman. The legend of the Mothman began on November 12, 1966, near Clendenin, West Virginia. 5 men were digging a grave in a cemetery when they claimed to see a man-like figure with wings. Just a few days later, on November 15, 1966, in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, 2 young couples reported a terrifying encounter. They described a large flying creature with glowing red eyes that followed their car as they drove. This sighting was just the beginning of numerous reports that year. On December 15, 1967, tragedy struck Point Pleasant with the collapse of the Silver Bridge, connecting West Virginia to Ohio. This disaster claimed the lives of 46 people. Some believe the Mothman sightings were an omen of this catastrophe, further cementing the creature's place in local lore. Witnesses consistently describe the Mothman as being 6 to 7 feet tall, with a wingspan of 10 to 15 feet, and large, glowing red eyes. Let's explore the various theories about the Mothman's origins. Sandhill crane theory. Biologists suggest it might have been a sandhill crane, a large bird with red markings around its eyes. Barn owl theory. Another theory is that it was a misidentified barn owl, whose eyes can appear red in light. Supernatural and alien theories. Some believe the Mothman is a supernatural entity, or even an alien being, as suggested by John Keel in his book The Mothman Prophecies. The Mothman legend has inspired books and movies, most notably John Keel's The Mothman Prophecies, and its film adaptation starring Richard Gere. Point Pleasant celebrates this mysterious figure with an annual Mothman festival. The town even has a Mothman museum, and a 12-foot-tall stainless steel statue of the creature, created by artist Bob Roach. Recent reports of Mothman-like creatures have emerged in various locations, including Chicago. The fascination with the Mothman continues, sparking new theories and investigations. Despite these sightings, no conclusive evidence has been found. The Mothman remains a captivating enigma. To sum up, the Mothman is a blend of local legend, mystery, and tragedy. Its story continues to intrigue and inspire people around the world. What do you think the Mothman is?
You know what makes that so interesting to me is that the explanations that have been given over the years, which are that owl and that sandhill crane story, that it looks absolutely nothing like the descriptions and the eyewitness statements that were taken from all the people. And this creature was spotted for over a year.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, this wasn't a one-off visitation. This was like reported multiple people. You know, and it was like what was interesting, it wasn't just like lower class people, it was people like business people, doctors. I mean, it was like right across the class structure, and it was for an entire year that these sightings were going on. So I think a crane would have passed on and gone elsewhere by then. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah. And the fact that it's like chasing cars at night and stuff just seems, and the fact that you would just have such a poor description from everyone.
Very uncrane-like chasing cars.
Yeah. The only resemblance was the red eyes. That was it. That was the best they could come up with. So it is strange. And they do, some people blame it on mass hysteria.
Right.
Somebody spotted something, so other people are going to think they saw it. But I don't know. It's still, it is interesting to me.
Any recent sightings?
Well, one of the stories that, go ahead.
Any recent sightings?
I couldn't find any.
No, I don't
like
believe so.
The Chicago sighting or whatever. I couldn't find that. I don't know what he was talking about there. Maybe it's listed as something else different. But
I did read something about a potential Chicago sighting, but it wasn't anything recent. It was still years ago. But I think that was kind of not. There wasn't much validity.
There was a report of something very similar in the weeks leading up to the Chernobyl meltdown. Workers at the plant kept on seeing something that fit the description of the Mothman.
I think I remember reading that.
And then after that, it would always be seen around the plant. And then, of course, the place melted down.
Yeah.
So,
Well, there's also I saw a photo of something being seen in New York before 9/11, and it kind of looked vaguely like a Mothman. So, you know,
And that's
So
what
evidently,
is believed to be the point of the Mothman's presence, is to warn people of something really catastrophic.
Yeah.
Right.
Harbinger
Right.
of doom.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
That seems to be the reason for it. Now, let me go ahead and let me. They visited the site of the Silver Bridge collapse, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Silver Bridge right now. There you go.
This is the location of the Silver Bridge. The Silver Bridge collapsed around the time that the Mothman sightings happened. And so this is exactly where the bridge used to go across. They built a new bridge, but they have a memorial to the bridge that collapsed. It says on December 15th, 1967 at 4:58 p.m., the 39-year-old Silver Bridge suddenly collapsed into the Ohio River during heavy rush hour and holiday season traffic. 46 lives were tragically lost. The cause of the collapse was a single hairline crack in a steel eye bar in the northern suspension chain. In response to this catastrophe, Congress established National Bridge Inspection Standards. These standards created a rigorous nationwide bridge safety inspection program to detect unsafe structural conditions, prevent future tragedies, and save countless lives. Dedication date December 15th, 2019. Take a look at the mural. You'd see the city of Point Pleasant is pretty small.
Yeah, that was the sad part of visiting.
Yeah, it was sad.
That's a lot of lives lost, a lot of people on that bridge. I'm wondering, I think it was in the evening when it happened. Rush hour, maybe? I don't know.
Didn't you say the time in that?
I don't remember.
I feel like you said the time. Were you not paying attention when you talked?
Of course I wasn't. I was reading.
Well, the collapse took place at 4:30 in the afternoon.
There you go.
But this was December in West Virginia, so it was already dark by then. I've got a... this is like the best depiction of the bridge collapse. It was done in a movie called The Mothman Prophecies.
Good
movie.
I remember that movie.
They spent most of their money on this, but they moved it to a modern day, so the cars aren't going to be period correct. But they used the actual accounts. They used the actual accounts to make this scene, and I'm hoping that YouTube won't strike it. They said it was fine earlier. And I sped it up, so hopefully this won't get triggered. So we're going to try this. But this is
living on the edge, Bunny. Living on the edge.
Yeah. But anyways, so this is the depiction of the bridge collapse. This is almost like it actually happened, except for you have Richard Gere running around in his modern day cars. But this is pretty. This will give you an idea of what they saw that night.
Cool.
So here
I
you
haven't
go.
seen this in a long time. Cool.
Right.
I don't remember recording that video. It's weird.
No, Bunny
Well.
found it.
That's from the
No, and
movie The Mothman Prophecies. So.
that looks
Oh.
terrifying. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, so that kind of gave me goosebumps a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That must have been
I've
horrible.
not seen it. I've not seen it, but that was a very well done scene. So.
Yeah, they spent a lot of money on that scene. All right, we got somebody coming in a little late, but let me introduce him right quick.
Abby someone. Abby someone. Abby who? Abby normal.
Good scene from that movie for sure.
Hey.
Abby Normal.
Hello.
It's you in real life. Hello, Abby Normal.
Abby. Dear Abby.
Bunny, you're on mute.
Sorry. The StreamYards is playing with me tonight. Anyway, welcome to the show, Abby.
Hello.
Hello.
You there?
Little late, but I'm here.
Okay. All right, good deal. All right. But anyway, so that was like we always hear about the Point Pleasant side of things, but I found a picture. I found a video today of the other town that's on the other side of the Silver Bridge, and they had a unique perspective. So we're gonna play that for you guys. So here you go.
December 15th, 1967.
Around 5 o'clock, something like that. It was cold, and you started hearing all these sirens going up the road, and you thought, what in the world is going on? And it didn't stop.
The phone rings, and it's my dad, and he's going, Cheryl. I said, what? He goes, the bridge fell. Of course, I've got chills going down my spine right now. I couldn't imagine.
The Silver Bridge was held together by suspension, eye-bars linking the various components together. Over time, a small crack developed in eye-bar number 330. After decades of corrosion and the weight of increased traffic, it failed.
And then it was just like domino effect. The whole bridge went down.
The Silver Bridge took years to build. In approximately 1 minute, it was gone.
44 bodies were recovered. 2 of them, a woman and a baby, were never recovered. They never found them.
That evening, Bus Lee, Mrs. McIntyre's driver, was stuck in traffic atop the bridge.
He was on the bridge when it fell. My cousin Mike had just exited off the bridge when he heard it going down, and he remembered stopping because they were dead stops and talking to my Uncle Bus, and he knew he had gone down on the bridge.
It was just like putting a great, big, gray mantle over things,
And we came back for that Christmas, and this town was dead because the bridge had fallen just before Christmas.
Recognizing the importance of travel between the two cities, President Lyndon B. Johnson immediately ordered construction of a new bridge.
When the bridge fell, they had promised they would have the bridge back up within 2 years. So exactly 2 years to the day, December the 15th, 1969, the bridge was dedicated.
Today, the Silver Memorial Bridge stands as a monument to those who perished.
Was that built on the original site or?
No, it's actually built a little bit further down.
Yeah.
Where the mural is and all that in that video that we watched is where the original bridge went across. So, and I think I remember the bridge that collapsed was sort of the first of its kind to be built.
I believe so. Yeah.
And it wasn't that old. It was 39 years old before it developed that crack and collapse.
Wow. Interesting.
But we crossed
Well,
the new bridge. It's
there was
30.
two different technologies. Yeah, but there's two different technologies that were competing at that time. One of them was the suspension bridge, and the other was the eyelet structure. Basically, it's like a chain that held it up. But the problem is just the chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and the suspension bridge has like redundancy built in to where if one thing fails, the rest of the cords can hold it up.
Yeah.
But when that chain eyelet gave way, that the hairline crack, finally gave way. The bridge was actually not rated for the kind of traffic it was getting. People, because they didn't expect both communities to grow quite so much, and it became a major throughway. And so, because there was no bridge inspections, which would have caught this, at that time, there's no building inspection program in the United States, which was created after this. This is what created it. But nobody caught it. And it went down a week before Christmas in 1967. Now, the reason why we're still talking about the Mothman about this is because the Mothman appeared to people for a whole year before this happened, and the day of, there was a photograph taken, which I couldn't find, of a being perched. It looked like a gargoyle perched where that eyelet was about to fail.
Oh.
And I couldn't find the picture, though. It's a very famous picture. I saw several videos that used it, but I couldn't locate it.
I feel like we saw the photo in the museum.
Yeah.
And there was a depiction of it. There was a model that they created of the Silver Bridge with the Mothman perched at the very spot.
Right.
Right. I should have found that. You're right. It was in there. So, go back and watch the beginning of this and you'll find it.
There you go.
That's all. No big
There you go. There you go.
Or go to Point Pleasant and visit the museum.
There you
Right.
go.
Right.
I think we paid something like $5. It was super cheap because it's not, there's not a lot in the museum because there's not a lot of the evidence. So there's the original statements. There's some pieces of the bridge. There's a lot of memorabilia from the movie, The Mothman Prophecies. And then there's kind of the arts and all of that came about, like comic books and books that were written, etc. But that's kind of the extent of it. It's a very small museum.
I know that there were reports of other goings on and other encounters, so to speak, regarding either men in black or people that just seemed to be very strange, that had facial features of, say, like East Asia, and just seemed really out of place. Some had speculated they could have been aliens or whatever, but the Men in Black thing is prevalent. I don't know if it's happened after the collapse or before the collapse. But
that was a part of the museum, and you're right. I don't remember if it was before or after the collapse of the bridge. Definitely after the sightings, but there were several claims of people being visited by men in black, or like you said, just strange looking men. They couldn't really place what was so strange. They just had like non-distinct features. But that was a part of the museum.
Well, there was Kreese, the author of the Mothman Prophecies, says he talked to a lady who was visited by the men in black and said even all these years later, she was turning white as a sheet talking about them. So they terrified her. Which seems to be a typical thing, which is why some people think there's an alien connection here, because men in black don't seem to show up unless there's an alien connection.
And if someone was visited, this is a question. If someone was visited by the Men in Black back in 67, was there a Men in Black thing? Would someone know to be scared? Because if Men in Black visited me today, I would be like,
Yeah.
holy shit, that's them. But they got scared so bad, but really there wasn't that sort of lore or whatever back then, was there?
Well, the Men in Black lore only came after people started comparing notes. Because we're thinking of a era where newspapers were the only way people communicated, or if they got together at a place, or had phone calls, because there was no internet, there was no interconnectivity. So what would happen was,
you wonder how, just what they what kind of experience they had when they were visited to make them that terrified.
They probably give off the appearance and mannerisms of federal agents.
Yeah.
Probably very stoic, non-expressive face, all wearing similar clothing.
Well, she said that they were one part of her testimony was that they basically were off. There was something wrong.
Exactly.
Her hackles were up the whole entire time, which is common. We'll do Men in Black someday, but that their appearance, there seems to be some kind of people think that that's an alien connection. Let me get caught up over here. All right.
Yeah.
So evidently, Mr. Good Stuff likes the chipmunk version of Holiday Road. There you go.
It was a good version.
It was a good version. Yeah, it was. All right. Surly Mothman was a movie with pretty good CGI. Mothman Prophecies never even had the Mothman in, really. This place looks like a movie set. Okay. And here comes the shiny butt, and there's the shiny butt. Yep. It is a very shiny butt.
They call it the shiny hiney. The shiny hiney.
As butts go, it is very well shaped.
He must work out.
There you go. Exactly. He must work out. Moths usually only live about 56 days. Evidently, Mothmans are different. Town full of maggots. Okay. He talks a lot. Time Prophet talks kind of like to himself. So if he says something random, why is it being narrated by a Smurf? Did you not read? Can you not read, Time Prophet? Anyway, my wife was born in 1957. Oh, okay.
He's got a couple of strange coincidences.
Yep. Yeah. Why hasn't the Mothman got a W-2? I have no idea.
Willie.
W-2. What business people reported because they're linked to the tourist industry. Anyway. So let's see. How come you never had a Mothman on the windscreen? Moths always fly to the light. I don't think he's that kind of moth. Just saying. Edge of Time said he's a
good
dusty
argument.
Okay. Yeah, evidently Edge of Time and Time Prophet. So we got two over here. Bridge was taken out by Godzilla. Definitely wasn't a Mothman. Crossfading has consequences. Okay. All right. Deny any knowledge. Okay. All right. Moths by their nature are very light, so they couldn't destroy a bridge. Actual footage? No, it was from a movie. And people are talking like mice. I sped it up. Yes, that was definitely Richard Gere. Yeah. Like I said, it's a movie scene, except for Richard Gere. Strange, the first bridge fell in 57 when my wife was born. The second bridge was in 69 when I was born.
67.
Okay. 60. All right. Anyway, say surely every small town has strange looking men. Not like this. What about men in khaki? No.
Those are just dads. They're just dads. You don't have to worry about them.
Yeah, right. Right. But anyways. Okay, so one of the places that the Mothman was attached to was this bomb shelter. I think it was. Was it a bomb shelter or was it a dynamite storage?
Munitions storage.
Yeah.
Munitions storage.
Munitions
Yeah.
storage.
the
Right.
war.
There's some stories of some people getting the shit scared out of them, almost attacked by this
Yeah.
supposed creature. So
Yes.
yeah,
Right. Right.
hair-raising
but-
experience.
Because back in that area, it was kind of because there was nothing to do in the town. A lot of people would go driving, parking, that sort of thing. And when we went and visited that area, I could see, couldn't you, good stuff, where I could see where you could go driving back there because you're not going to be bothered. It almost looks like an entrance to a park.
Yeah, and then you get inside the bunkers, and it's full of graffiti where kids
Yeah,
obviously
they're hanging
hang
out,
drink,
chilling
and
still to this
do
day.
whatever. Yeah,
Yep.
killing.
All right, let me play that video right quick. So this is the good stuff visiting where the Mothman is supposed to be hanging out. So here you go.
Roll it.
So we are supposedly at the TNT area where it's like old World War II kind of mines and stuff. Okay, there's a person like standing in the middle of the road. Okay, that's weird.
You're also standing in the middle of the road.
I realize that.
We are.
I say he's probably doing the same thing we are.
So,
just for dramatic effect.
supposedly these old munitions bunkers down here somewhere. It's not like you can like get a map and go down here, but this is the area where supposedly like teenagers used to come and hang out because there wasn't a lot to do in town and stuff in the 60s. So they'd come driving and whatnot, and let me go around. There aren't any no trespassing signs that I can see. Let's see if there's anything, any access or anything that you can see. Anyway, long story short, supposedly they spotted Mothman down here, and he would hide in the bunker type of areas, and they would just see glowing red eyes. And
Like right here.
around the time, oh shit, here it is. And around the time when all this happened, when Mothman was around, was the time the Silver Bridge collapsed. And they think that this right here, I can't believe we found it, but they think this right here was where old boy was hiding. And they would look down into the area here and just see glowing red
I know,
eyes.
Kate, it's terrible.
I don't want to glare off the sun, but let's see what we got here.
I was hungry.
Glare off the sun. Okay, that's see, I love coffee. Woohoo! Woohoo! I love moth pussy. Inappropriate.
What?
Yeah, there was
What?
some.
What?
That was good.
It's I love cock on the inside, and then
Somebody's gonna clip that right there.
Stream dead.
You've been struck by
Yeah.
the. You've been struck.
I
Oh,
wonder
no.
what people did up there.
it was a nice little highlight of the video.
Exchange
all this,
Pokemon cards.
all this drama. that you
I'm
see.
sure, yeah.
Okay. We are still up on YouTube, so to my utter shock, we are still up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Amazed.
Oh, that
I was
was
thinking I was going to get those finger spasms again.
Well, anyway, and so that he was seen down that way a couple times. One of the earlier sightings had him down there. One of the stories that got me as a kid was there was a car that was being chased. This couple was inside, and they would been down there to necking, and and they saw him, and they took off. And he evidently had a kind of a hot rod for that era because he was able to get up to 100 miles per hour. And the Mothman caught them. He was flying fast enough to catch them. And they heard his nails on the roof. And when they got, but then he really jammed it. It went well over 100 miles an hour and lost it. So But when they got back to their house, he discovered claw marks on the roof, and so I didn't see any like pictures of that or any kind of other collaboration, but that was just one of the stories.
I was thinking
but
about
you got
that when we were taking the drive to that location and back
Uh-huh.
where we had just filmed. And there's a single road that leads to that area. It's just a single rural road. And
Mhm.
it kind of goes through like a little industrial, like a tiny little industrial area. And it's a little
Yeah.
windy road that I think the speed limit might have been like 40 or 45. And I was just
Right.
trying to think of them busting ass through that area, and it just must have been scary, and it must have been a really scary drive because the roads are very windy.
That kid
and
must
all
have been
of
a hell
that.
of a driver.
Yeah,
The kid must have been a
you
hell
got
of a
the-
driver. Yeah.
You know, back then you got bias by tires on top of it, so you were just all over the damn road anyway.
Right. Right. Well,
Well, travel and cigarette butts.
Mhm.
well, that's the only like a really scary encounter. I mean, or the one that was like any kind of violence that I heard about. Most of them were just people got terrified and ran, and they were pursued like for just a little bit. But some of the indications was that it was trying to communicate. Some people, like in hindsight, after the terror had like died down, said that they thought it was trying to communicate. And so there's a possibility that it was trying to tell them, check the bridge,
Bad things are coming.
But harbingers have been all through human history, and when bad things have happened, there's been like some kind of supernatural, things seen. And
How come they
in
can't
this case,
speak English and just say, "Hey, the bridge is fucked"?
that would be convenient.
Read.
That would be convenient.
No, I remember seeing something several years ago about
I'm
being
entirely sure.
being at the rumor is that they was seen at 9/11 before the towers went down. So they're saying this was kind of a precursor to the towers going down. I don't know if they're just trying to kind of barge into the Mothman kind of legend and lore, or if it did this, don't know if it actually happened or anything, but I mean,
Someone trying to grift off of it.
Yeah.
Well, of all the towns,
Well,
that
the
have
picture I saw was
capitalized on. I just say, of all the tragedy that happened in that town in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the Mothman, the museum, as small as it may be, but that festival that they have every year that really attracts a ton of people. It swarms the town. It's really cool to see them be able to thrive off of that after all of these years still, because the town really doesn't have a lot going for it. So it really, I think, helps keep the town sustained just by the minor tourism that they get.
Yep.
Well, okay, here on Cryptids and Conspiracies, we have a system for evaluating the stories. Or at least we just acquired one. Okay. All right. So the first category is debunked.
We lost you, Bunny.
All right. Anybody want to tackle that one? So anybody want to tackle that one? Anybody believe that this is entirely just
like a hoax? Is that what you're saying to give the argument that you think?
Yeah. Do you think this is debunked? Do you think this is a hoax? Anybody want to take that stance and defend it?
I don't.
No.
It's too mysterious for me.
That shit's real.
All right.
Too many questions.
Okay.
What's up, Daddy? Ray Ray?
All right. So nobody's on debunked. Okay. So let's go to confirmed.
Man, that shit didn't happen. What are you talking about?
Whatever. That's so tough. Me personally, I'm somewhere in the middle. For me, I don't know if I'm like all the way confirmed, but I feel like there's just not enough from the explanations that have been given. I feel like the people that saw whatever they saw, there's more credit that should be given to them. These were just regular blue collar, not bothering anybody folks.
Is anybody else? Anybody want to argue for confirmed? Anybody?
I think it's real.
Do you have it in the middle?
You think it's real?
And I just spoke too soon.
No. I do have the middle. Yeah, I do have the middle.
Should be
All right.
a problem.
Like I said, apply it to the middle.
I think it's real. There's a lot of eyewitnesses that seen that shit. Maybe not the scratches on the car, like you said. There's no proof of that, so who knows?
Right.
Who knows as far as that goes? But everything else, I mean, you've got the Men in Black investigating. You've got all of the different people collaborating their stories, collaborating their stories. Easy for me to say, blah. So I don't know. I think it's real.
Okay. Anybody else want to?
My thing is that maybe like you have people that are kind of latching onto this legend and this lore, and like Wookie said earlier, kind of grifting on it. Either expanding on it with their own kind of ideas, and trying to play it up even more than it is.
Mm-hmm. So does that make you confirmed, or that put you in the middle?
I'm in the middle.
Okay. How about you, Cruel?
I think
where you at?
I'm more or less in the middle. I think there's certainly a lot of different sightings of things, confirmed, unconfirmed, etc. It's a tough one. A tough one.
What about you, Wook?
Well, you're looking at a setting that is basically quintessential small town America, mid to late 1960s. Not a lot of communication going on. There's no internet. I mean, TV is relatively young, only about 15, 16 years. Everybody had a TV, all black and white, mostly. There probably wasn't even a movie theater in town. They had to drive elsewhere to go to movies. Kids didn't have a whole hell of a lot to do, so they were bored, a lot of time on their hands. Now, I think people saw something. I think they saw something legitimate. Scared the shit out of them. Too many people describing the same thing. Or
so
very
you're
similar.
on the confirmed. So you're on confirmed.
Yes, I'm the confirmed in that there was something going on. There was too many things, too many sightings of not just that, but other things, other weird stuff going on. So yeah, I'm confirmed, and
All right. Okay, so we got nobody thinks it's totally debunked. Nobody. We got 2 people so far on confirmed. I'm going to add myself to this one.
always got to be this fence sitter, don't you, Bunny? The fence sitter.
I'm there with you, though.
I think the
there's
truth.
too much to explain.
I think the truth.
Say it's debunked, so that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, and they made a movie about it.
Yeah, they made a movie about it.
Yeah, which makes it real.
No, it didn't make it real.
I had Richard Gere. It was real.
Significant enough that they couldn't, debunk it all the way that it wasn't, at least movie worthy. But
right.
Yeah, I do think, and the only reason for the most part of being in the middle, I do think that there is some maybe a little bit of truth to the hysteria part. Perhaps some of the statements were people sort of catching on to what was happening, but I don't think all of it was at all. I don't think somebody just made this up out of the blue at all.
Yeah,
right.
no.
Okay, well let's look at comments in the chat. See if anybody over here, chat, if you think it's debunked. Which time is probably going to land on always, or if you think it's confirmed, or if you think it's in the middle, go ahead and put those chats down. Let me catch up on comments right quick. So Time Prophet, way back, says nobody should be scared of the Mothman or moths or vegetarian. Okay, good to know.
Good call. Good call.
Looks like footage from the Evil Dead. I think he's talking about your walk in the woods there.
Yeah,
felt like it.
Blair Witch Project ish. Yeah. Woodrow is happy to see Mothman. Hey, Woodrow,
Hey,
good to see you,
Woodrow.
man. Good stuff says not fortune cookie Dr. Jones. Okay. Not
walking, it was crunching, and that's what I was thinking of. That's not fortune cookie, Dr. Jones.
Okay. All right. Round job from Temple of Doom, right? I got you. All right, yeah, that too. But I've never seen Blair Witch Project. Let me see. Wiki Fever is evidently that's why he's so quiet. He's talking in chat. Okay. Time Prophet, definitely Evil Dead, or maybe it's Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. You just can't get off of that movie, I swear. Wiki Fever presents I have all the tomato movies. George Clooney's in second one, Return of the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Okay. Yep. All right. So nothing to do with the topic. Good to know. Car in 1957 going 100 miles per hour. Are you kidding? No, it was entirely possible. Those cars had a lot of horsepower. So
67.
No stability.
No. Even in 1966, it would have been some kind of sports car. No, the muscle cars, the GTO in particular.
Yeah, that GTO came out in 64, so that was definitely up and going. You had the Corvette back then.
Yep, Mustang.
Yep, the Mustang.
Well, the Mustang was underpowered, so not at that time.
It did have a 289 available at that year.
Then you got people like Shelby hot rodding cars.
The Cobra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anything back in the 50s, you put a Ford Flathead in, man. That shit.
Oh yeah, it's done. Yeah.
Well, you take a lot of them strip their cars down. A lot of the auxiliary stuff. Yeah, make them lighter.
Yeah.
So I can see the Mothman Museum here, mothmanmuseum.com. Okay, cool. All right, thank you. Hell chat and panel, Hell Ray Haylock. Good to see you, man.
Hello.
The bunny goes quiet. He is nibbling carrots. No, I am not.
That's not a carrot.
All right. Wiki is confirming that is possible. All right. Small Town would definitely play it up. I mean, there's nothing there except for this legend. So he's going to, he went debunked. That's what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Not surprising there. All right. I think something military is going on. They had to scare the town so they wouldn't go near it. Okay. That's definitely theory for debunked. I play the part of the debunker, but I still don't know what it is. Oh, okay. So Ray's going to go on debunked too. So that's
Get to
two of the
debunker.
chats saying debunked. Okay.
Debunker.
Debunker.
Ow.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I think the middle has it. So
Woo!
That's where the good part of the Twinkie is, right in the middle.
All right.
It's got the creamy center.
I know.
It's delicious.
Oh man,
It's the sweet
I
spot.
knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen eventually. Yeah.
Funny.
At least it's not the park.
Roar. Jesus Christ.
Not the park
Good.
roar.
Not the park roar. No.
No.
See the legacy you've left for our kids. Good stuff.
I know. I'm so proud.
Sealed in time forever.
Funny. You
Anyway,
there?
yeah, I'm here. So we think the truth is in the middle. We think that there is something there that people saw. There's enough mass hysteria that people reported something, and unless they all collaborated, which really wasn't something that happened in those days, they all seem to see the same thing. They all seem to have the same description, and it just led right up to something very real that happened. And then it disappeared. The appearances disappeared after that. which seems to indicate that it was a harbinger of some sort. This is pretty common in lore circles. There's always a harbinger. Something bad happens, and then the harbinger's job is done. It warned people all the way up to the event happening, and so it usually moves on after that. So Mothman does seem to fit that template. And so, but at the same time, there are it's just a very small community, and yes, they do depend on the Mothman legend being real for their livelihood.
Can't blame them for that.
Yeah, can't blame them for that. No. So
Hey, and the Mothman
I think the
pizza
truth is
at the
in the
local
middle.
pizza place is fantastic.
Yeah. And you have a Mothman pizza.
Nice.
Yeah.
They make a
that was in
little
the
shape of the Mothman out of the toppings.
Oh.
Yeah, we that was in the original video that
No
showing
real
on Belmont
moths on the
Comics.
toppings? Come on
No,
now.
no,
You
it was
eat the bugs.
I was going to say that, Robbie. I was going to say that. You eat the bugs.
Eat the bugs.
Once you like it.
Eat the bugs.
Anyway, that's in the original video of Belmont Press. Go over and check that out. That all the context is there. We had a good time that day. So the link to that is in the chat.
I'm having a good time now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a very good show. So the good stuff's what you saw in that video was some very expert editing. It looked very professional. Good. The good news is that they do this for a living, and here's an advertisement. So.
Cool. Very good.
Thank you, honey.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, if you need video editing work, please contact me and I can help you out. My prices are extremely reasonable, and we offer an indie creator discount on top of it all. So yes.
So yeah, check them out. I'm probably going to see if they'll edit some videos down for me. I don't really have time, and some of my videos have some really cool stuff in it that I wish I could pull out and do something with. So hopefully I can collaborate with them pretty soon. That'll be upcoming. All right, so let me get caught up right quick on the chat here. And let me see. Let me say, it's a comfortable fence, Woodrow. Right. I love the fence. I kind of stay there. Be honest. Maybe they saw the guy in a military space suit. Okay, feels nice on that fence. Good stuff. That he probably meant that to be a little risque. Maybe Bunker Buster. There you go. Say that 10 times fast. He roars like Tim Curry. Okay. All right. Roars even. Oh, okay. Roar. There you go. All right. Anyway. Okay. What made people think it was a moth and not a small bird? No, it was huge. Some people think it was a sandhill crane, but
no.
the sandhill
The
crane
moth
doesn't
lore
stick around.
came from local newspaper reporting. It was a local newspaper that took the description that had been given, and decided it looked like a moth and started calling it Mothman, and then it caught on.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, the true description, if you've ever seen Fantasia, is the monster that's on the element with the whatever the mountain, that the monster that becomes a mountain, that kind of thing, the creature with the wings. That's more like a description of Mothman. Or if you've ever seen Underworld, the vampire thing with the wings, like half man, half. That's kind of like what it's. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to
Kate
look like.
Beckinsale?
Really. No, not Kate Beckinsale. The vampire in the second one. Okay.
Sophia Miles?
No. Okay, forget Underworld. All right, forget Underworld. All right.
Gabi
Harbinger
interviewed
is a very
Sophia
good movie
Miles.
made by the same people who did the effects for The Thing. Okay, all right. I don't believe in the
Harbinger
Mothman. I
did,
definitely watched that movie now. Okay. Johnny B. Good. That's not the music he was using, or he would get copyright claim. Anyway, Wiki Fever said I should get a hat like that instead of his Bud Light hat. Okay, he's going after Wiki Fever again.
Boo, time prophet.
Boo. All right. Wouldn't be a T-Bunny show without the mention of the legend of parkour. Well, that's because you keep bringing it up.
The parkour is that the commercial beaver at the pickle park?
Yes,
you said that before.
Something like that. Something like that. It takes years to be a proper parkour. Okay, here we go. I said parkour. It's parkour was the word. All right, little ones awake. You kiddos have fun. Cheerio. Okay. Parkour is a sport. All right.
Parkour is a sport? Is that in the Olympics?
Parkour. Parkour is a sport.
No, I think they consider it a profession.
So is parkour right here.
Lovely. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. Anyway. All right.
Hey, Bunny, at least I'm not playing my favorite background music.
No, not that again.
Oh, lovely. Anyway,
It's good to see you advertise for the parkours. They don't get enough help.
They don't.
They need support.
They got to make a living.
That's what we're doing.
For these.
This is fake news. We're not advertising for parkours. Okay.
You got to support that commercial beaver out there.
All right. Before we get taken down on YouTube, the Puritans over at YouTube, let me go ahead and put an end on this one. Thank you all for coming tonight to say Conspiracies. Thank you to the panel. We've been awesome. Our special guests, the good stuffs, wonderful as always. Yes. Glad to do a show with you once again.
Thank you for being here.
And
awesome stuff.
And check out that original video where the first video we did some. We went directions in that one that we didn't go in this one, and it's very very good on rewatch. I enjoyed it. Anyway, so thank you all for coming tonight. Remember the. Oh, man.
You're so wrong.
Why do I?
You'll never be invited back, I suspect.
No, you're invited back anytime. You're invited back anytime. All right. Anyway,
I like the He-Man background.
All right, let's put a caboose on this thing.
He-Man.
Thanks for having me on.
Bye.
Master of my unit.
Adam.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Until we meet again.
Bye-bye.